You're listening to the Straight Crooked Podcast.
Why do I love that so much?
I don't know.
Anyway, since
ASMR.
ASM, are you there, God? That's how I feel when I hear that. Um,
Oh, you like my shirt? It says psychedelic research volunteer.
Yes. Did you get it off that website that you
I
were?
did.
Yes.
I accidentally ordered something wrong, so
What
I'm
is it?
exchanging it. It says adopt a cat, and it has a raccoon, a possum, and a skunk in a box.
You're gonna send that back?
I'm gonna send it back. I accidentally got a sweatshirt, and I wanted a t-shirt of it.
Oh, but you wanted that design.
I did, but now I'm getting a shirt that says "Let's start a cult."
Oh, I like that even better.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a cat person, but with the raccoons and stuff, it sounded quite cute.
It was pretty cute.
It'd be
I've
super.
started to realize that I have a lot of morbid shirts that I've
I love
collected
that.
over the last like 3 months, and
Yeah.
all of them would be Halloween appropriate, but I don't wear them on Halloween.
You just wear them like throughout life.
Yeah, like I have the Grim Reaper one, and
I
yeah,
feel like that's so on brand though. Like that's how it should be. That's your everyday style.
yeah, that is that and
Love that
flannel
for you.
shirt. Got me
Love.
going.
And that's like the best combo. I feel like that is a classic that stands the test of time. The flannel on top of like graphic tees or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Love that for me.
What are you drinking this morning?
Coffee. I
Coffee.
need some coffee.
I've got a giant water in my
I also have backup
recycling
water.
cup. Very cute.
That is a very
Love.
cute cup. Your Paris cup.
Yes. Love Paris.
All right, so what are we talking about today?
So since we recorded last week, there have been two things. Like the second we finished recording, these things have been on my mind and I need to get them off my chest. One, Adele, Someone Like You. Is she saying, never mind, I'll find someone who is like you, or I'll find someone like you found someone?
I think it's the former.
Okay, that brings up another thing. I don't know the difference between former and latter, which is which. Never
Okay.
known.
So former is the first thing you say, latter is the last thing you say.
Okay, so latter last, the L's. Remember it
Yes.
like that. Okay, thank you
And
so much.
former front.
Oh,
In the
okay.
front.
Yeah. I've literally been hearing that for years and I've never, ever known the difference.
The more you know. I
I
need to
think
put a little rainbow graphic up here.
I think I was too scared to ask, but I'm glad I know now. So you think it's I'll find someone who is like you?
Yeah.
I think so as well. That's how I've always heard it. But then I was like posed with this question and I was like, well, do we know? Let me email. Hold on, I gotta email Adele real quick. Like, anyway.
I think it's context clues. The
Yeah.
rest of the lyrics.
Well, also like I've been noticing a lot of different perspectives of hearing things, like song wise. Like a Taylor Swift song, there's this oh my God, I can't get my words together. A song called Dress where she says, I only bought this dress so you could take it off, take it off. And I thought she was just saying, like, so you could take it off, take it. No, someone's like, she's saying the first thing is a statement. I only bought this dress so you could take it off. And the second take it off is a command, take it off.
Oh.
What? What? It completely changes the way you hear it. I mean, I guess not every time, but when you keep that in mind, it does.
Well,
The second, oh, sorry, were you about to say something?
I was gonna say now every time I see cookie dough, I fucking hate you. Seriously, I do. Because
Dookie
now that's
cough.
all I see.
I'm sorry. Me too. It's a disease.
But I never saw it before.
Right?
Never.
Dookie cough. I hope I ruined it for everyone else as well, because it's bad. It's really bad. I actually got cookie dough bites last night. I went to see a movie with like Tristan and Jalen and them.
What'd you go see?
Five Nights at Freddy's,
Oh.
animatronics.
Oh?
It's
Never
it's
seen it.
um apparently it's like a video game. Well, it just came out yesterday, so
Oh, well, I mean, I've heard Five Nights at Freddy's, like the video game. I've
yeah,
never seen that.
I don't know if there's like animation as well, because I feel like I've seen animation things online, but they're very much into it. It didn't really interest me, but I like some of the actors like Josh Hutcherson. Matthew Lillard was in it. But it overall it was a little kind of goofy for me. It wasn't really my thing, but it was cute. But yeah, you said cookie dough bites and it reminded me of that because
I do love cookie dough
Yuki
bites.
Cough. Yeah, they're so good. They're so hard to find. Have we talked about that?
Yeah, we did. We talked about it
Okay.
on this podcast.
I'm not even gonna get into it again then because that's just ridiculous. Let me move my mic. I feel like it was unstable. Can you hear
Like
me
my
better like
life,
this?
I can
Yep,
hear
like
you
your life.
exactly the same.
Perfect. I love that. Um, the second thing that's been bothering me is I recently discovered Willem Dafoe. His name is not William, and I've
Yeah,
spent all these years thinking he was William.
nope.
Why
Willem.
didn't anyone tell me sooner?
Well, it's spelled like Willem.
Well, I don't go look at his name, you know? Like, there's no universe where I've been looking him up. I just happened to see it on Twitter, and I'm like,
William.
William Dafoe. It sounds, I mean, I've just never heard the name Willem. It is what it is. I'm not shaming. I think it's a beautiful name. Um, Anyway, so if you're listening or watching this, it's what, the day before, 2 days before Halloween? It's basically Halloween.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I was about to say no, it's not, but then I realized we're
we're
filming the week before. Okay.
not filming a week before, we're filming 2 days before.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the 27th. Jeez.
You've lost some time there,
I
darling.
have.
But in honor of spooky season, I thought one, we could share some of maybe our favorite Halloween costumes we've been throughout the years. And I was also thinking we could put the pictures up on the Instagram if we can find some of our costumes for everyone to see.
Oh, I don't think I have any.
Oh,
All of mine have been
never
lost to time.
mind. None like on Facebook or anything.
At least the one that I'm really thinking about.
Dang. Well, I lied to everyone. We're not going to post them, but we can talk about them. So, do you have like a favorite Halloween costume that you've done?
Mine was the Mad Hatter.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I was the Mad Hatter.
Very cute.
It was. It was cute. I actually think it was my costume probably more than once at some point.
Nice.
Um, I think it's still laying around the house, but
Really?
if I put it on, it definitely would not fit.
I would love to see that whole get up. Did your cat just do something? I think I heard it.
You hear it?
I think I did for like I just heard like a
Sounds like
singular.
somebody's stepping on bubble wrap.
You have bubble wrap there?
No, but I've got my sprayer. Don't start.
I feel like
You
that's
stop.
become a recurring segment as well.
Yes,
Hold
it
on, I gotta
has.
spray the cat.
Yes, it has. People are gonna think I'm cruel.
You're not. You just
He's
have
just
like a
bad.
ridiculous cat.
Bad boy.
Bad, bad boy.
So I was the Mad Hatter, and then I was an Indian one year. So that's cultural appropriation on my part. My
Nice.
bad.
Nice.
But I did think I looked cute in that costume.
I'm sure you did. They do look cute.
Yeah. But I think those are the only ones I can remember. I feel like I don't
Really?
really go all out in my costume game. And it's always like I have ideas and I'm like, oh, I want to be this. And then I just don't do it. And then all of a sudden it's Halloween, like right now, this
Yeah,
year.
the execution is hard, honestly, especially as you get older. You're not just focused on that.
Yeah.
And also, well, for me anyway, like the older I get, I don't want to like just do it halfway. Like if I'm gonna do it, I want it to be done right. And like who has the time and energy to put that much effort into it these days?
No, I know. Just like I really, really wanted to be a handmaid from The Handmaid's Tale. But that is such an
Oh,
intricate costume.
yeah.
Like I actually wanted to be the funeral handmaid, which was pretty fucking dope. Because
Is
they
that so
have
that's something
black,
different?
yeah, they have black over their face. It's like a veil.
Ooh,
Yeah, no, it's creepy looking. I
that's
loved it though.
fun. I
Yeah.
love that. Maybe
But
next year.
maybe next year. I wanted to be
Maybe,
Wednesday Addams this year, but that
yeah, I
didn't
remember
happen.
you said that. If
Yeah,
we start planning now for next year, do you think we can accomplish it?
I would hope so.
Because it's also been a while, I feel, since I've gone all out, and I would really enjoy that again. Even if it's just for the memes, just for the pics, you know?
Hmm.
I
Just for
feel
the
like
what?
for the memes, the memories,
Oh, okay.
I feel like as a child, I was pretty standard with the vampire and witch, probably alternating years. I was really into those. I want to say around fourth or fifth grade, I ventured into Hannah Montana, but here's a fun little story. That Party City stuff is expensive,
Yes, it is.
especially when it's branded like Hannah Montana.
Hmm.
And like I always like feel like I've been very conscious. Give me a word, please.
Conscious.
Yes, thank you. Of the fact that like it's kind of ridiculous to spend crazy amounts of money for one night only. So
Right.
I remember wanting to be Hannah Montana so bad. I did not want anyone to buy me that expensive Hannah Montana wig. So we got this like 20-inch blonde wig. I cut the bottom to make it shorter like Hannah's, and I took the bottom pieces that I cut and I glued them up here to make the Hannah Montana bangs.
Did it
And
work out?
it was so much fun, yeah. And it was like it stuck with me doing that. And I got to be Hannah Montana. That was probably like the first costume I was like really excited about. And then in middle school, I ventured into like zombies. I quite enjoyed zombies. I was a dead prom zombie once. I
A
literally went to
promby.
Goodwill. A prom bee. Oh my God. I went to Goodwill and bought a prom dress for like $5 and
Hmm.
just did like I looked more dead than a zombie, just like some white makeup and like black eyes. But there's one in particular where I got like a Walking Dead branded prosthetic for my
Hmm.
face, and that zombie was very cool. Um, and then I guess in high school I started, or high school and after I started doing more like characters. So I was
Really?
Alex from Orange is the New Black. I don't have you watched Orange is the New Black?
Yeah.
Okay, I had black hair at the time, and I feel like I low key killed it. Like I'm gonna have to show you that
I
picture
could
if you
see
haven't
you
seen it.
as an Alex.
It was so much fun. I've never felt cooler in my life. But have you seen the movie Mastermind? Masterminds? Owen Wilson's in it.
Yeah.
So you know in the beginning where Kate McKinnon and Zach Galifianakis have that photo shoot together and they're in the ridiculous clothes, they're like on swings, like laying on each other and stuff.
Uh,
I dressed up as that. Like I handmade her shirt. I bought a shirt at Goodwill and I took this little flower stamp and painted the flowers on it and like made like the whole thing. That one was pretty cool too, because I also got like the wig and everything.
hmm.
And oh, last year was one of my favorites as well. I was Blake. That was really fun
Yeah, go
with
ahead
the
about your Blake.
mustache. Um, so actually, I didn't realize if you like braid my hair when it's dry, it doesn't do anything to it. Like it has to be wet and dry like that. So I had Jalen spend like 2 hours doing like braids that were like this big all over my hair because I'm trying to get it as wavy and fluffy as possible without spending a bunch of time curling it. So she braided my hair all night, and then the next day we woke up, it was just nothing. Nothing was giving. So I ended up having to like wave it and then like tease it a bunch. And I went and found his like workaholics costume. Again, Goodwill is like killer for
Hmm.
Halloween costumes. Got like the tie, the striped shirt, and my favorite part was drawing on the mustache. I feel like it was so cute. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that one. Like to this day, it's probably one of my favorites.
I'm gonna talk about how the workaholics liked it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Hmm. So, yeah, I ended up getting Jalen, who is my younger cousin for people that don't know, to dress up as Adam. And we did like an entire music video around my house to their best friend song. And we posted it on Instagram as like an ode to best friends. And I kind of wasn't even expecting anything to happen. I was just like, I'm awesome and the world needs to see it, so I'm sharing it. And then all four of the guys ended up commenting on it, and that was big. That blew my mind. But yeah.
Can I talk about people's costumes that I've so
Yeah.
um my old friend Gabby, she wanted to be Katy Perry back in her like I kissed a girl phase,
Yeah.
and we made a cupcake bra for her. That was so hard to do.
How did you make it?
We took streamers and that was like the paper around the cupcake,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I can't even remember how we did it, but it turned out pretty good actually.
Nice.
But no, we had this girl in high school and she was an avatar thing.
Oh,
And
like the blue thing?
she woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and did her whole self up blue and it looked fantastic.
No
Like she looked
way.
just like them.
And she wore it to school?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That was pretty dope.
I don't know that I've had any that have stuck out to me from other people.
Really?
I don't think so.
Just concerned about yourself, huh?
Oh, I saw a Grinch last year that I really loved.
A Grinch?
A Grinch for Halloween. Actually, my niece Araya was so scared. We took them trick-or-treating like in downtown,
Mm.
and this poor Grinch was terrorizing the kids, like, oh, like running up, like just like the actual Grinch would. I ended up having to carry her. My hip went numb because I had to carry her for like the whole hour plus that we were there. I had to lift her forward to grab the candy every time. She would not get down
Oh my
because of the Grinch. Maybe I should see if she wants to watch that tonight.
What is she scared of the Grinch now?
I don't know. That's why I want to find out.
Traumatized.
It was amazing though to see, like, I understand, don't get me wrong. I know that kids have brains. And I know that they learn things and they can understand things, but it blows my mind to see it in action sometimes. So when we took them to the square, I wore like a scream mask, but it was red and it had like devil horns.
Hmm.
So before we left, I went to the bathroom, I put it on, and when I came out, she didn't know what this thing was towering over her. She starts crying. So I like rip it off. I'm like, it's fine, like it's me, it's okay. She was skeptical. She was very skeptical about it. So when we get there, I like bend down to her level and I'm like, look, it's me. And I put the mask on.
Starts freaking out again.
She was skeptical again, and then she just kind of stares at me and goes, Ember? And I said, yeah, it's me, it's okay. And she like learned that it was me in there, and that was like wild to me. I think she was only 2 at the time. And that was like, I don't know, that was just incredible to see in real time. Like, not
So,
only are you learning, but I taught you something.
yeah, that's a thing called object permanence. So, like, when you're a kid, like a baby, and they go,
Hmm.
peekaboo, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like, if you don't see it, it's not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
So then you have to realize, like, oh, yeah, you're behind your hands.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Cool. I'm glad I know what that is now because that was like, it was just so fun to experience that. I don't know why. That always stuck with me.
I love that.
Thank you.
Kids learning is
Um,
always fun.
I know, especially because like kids don't ever learn anything from me. Like, I'm the one that they want to play with, but I'm not the one that they come to for like snuggles when they're tired or scared or anything. So like when they do that occasionally, it's like so cool to me.
Oh,
Um, so let's talk for a second because I don't know if you've noticed because we're both logged in to the podcast Instagram, correct?
yeah.
So not only on the podcast Instagram, but on my Twitter feed, my YouTube, and then our podcast Instagram, the bots are kind of insane. So,
Are they?
I mean, not as bad on Instagram, but I've noticed a couple times like we post something and we'll get the comment that's like share here and they like tag
Yeah,
something random.
yeah.
Um, but in particular, one happened the other day. I think it was supposedly another podcast or like an animator or something was commenting on our promo clips. about Bob's Burgers and Sausage Party, but it was suspicious to me the way they were like, Sausage Party 2016. I love that movie. No, I don't know if you even saw those comments, but I'm like,
No, I didn't.
are you real? And they were like, I love Bob's Burgers, like whatever year it came, like,
2011.
and I was just like, okay. And even like ones that follow us, I'm like, are you real? Are you a bot? My YouTube, I have a video that I made of like Machine Gun Kelly. He used to do these Kelly Vision episodes, and I took all my favorite moments and put it in a compilation.
Hmm.
It has like over 300,000 views at this point, so I still get comments on it sometimes. And my latest comments have been these like coming to Jesus moments. Like the commenter will be named like Angie Miller, and it'll say something crazy like Angie Miller, the righteous way, like blah, blah, blah. Like it's like all caps screaming about Jesus. I'm actually gonna pull one up right now so I can read it because it's like ridiculous. And then on Twitter, X, I've noticed that under any like tweet that mentions like a male celebrity, like I think the one I saw, for example, was probably like Maddie Healy.
Hmm.
It'll be this account that looks like a real girl saying, oh, I dated Maddie back in the day, like blah blah blah. And then you click on her profile and it's like promoting like an OnlyFans. So she's just trying to get clicks, but at the same time, like, is it even the girl doing that, or is this a bot and it's not like an OnlyFans link, and you click it and then you're hacked?
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
So this YouTube comment says, and the poster is Amber Michelle Miller. Welcome back, Amber Michelle Miller. Amber Michelle Miller told him, for the scriptures say you must worship the Lord your God and serve only. And I've been getting so many like that. I don't know the purpose of these things, but whatever.
Uh, it's, I believe it's a political thing. I know
Oh,
that sounds
really?
scary, but just like in the election, because Facebook knows like your, I know you're talking about YouTube, but Facebook knows your like political orientation. They know everything about you.
Oh, yeah.
And so they can like target people specifically to try to like change their views, but it doesn't even look like it's political on the surface.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't like that.
Yeah, Russia had a lot to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good to
yeah.
know.
Back when the elections were happening. I'm sure it's probably going to happen again
Yeah.
this coming up year. But
Well, I definitely don't engage with any of it, and I don't intend to, but
no,
that's a little unsettling.
that seems like a bot.
It does, especially since it's like happening from multiple profiles. And I don't know if it says exactly the same thing, but it always has something to do with worship or the Lord or something like that.
That is so weird.
I know, right? And it's just on my Machine Gun Kelly video. Also,
Is it satanic?
I don't believe he's satanic. So for this next thing I want to talk about, I'm going to be probably referring to my notes a lot because I'm trying to be more diligent about like getting the facts and not just being like, oh, I think this is what happened.
Yeah, I
So
know. I need to do that too.
I don't know if you remember years ago, Carrie Underwood had like an accident. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where she like
Nope.
fell and something happened to her face? Okay. So the only reason I'm talking about this is because it's resurfacing on like my Twitter feeds and stuff. Like there's discourse about it once again.
Yeah.
But basically in 2017, she fell down the stairs. She said she was trying to walk her dogs and she like busted her face, I guess. I think she might have also hurt her wrist as well, but
Damn.
she had to get like 40 to 50 stitches in her face. But the thing that stuck with me is I remember like her team or whoever on Instagram, like I remember this happening in real time. They were posting like essentially warning everyone like, hey, when you see her again, like she might be different. Like don't be scared. Like that kind of like warning everyone as if some intense mutilation had gone on.
Right.
And then she came back and the difference was so subtle. Like there was a little difference around like the mouth, maybe like lower nose area, like a subtle difference.
Hmm.
Um, but it wasn't some shocking, unrecognizable thing like people made it out to seem it was gonna be.
Yeah.
So I remember back then and the discourse that's happening once again is I don't want to take away if she truly was injured. Like I know how terrifying it is, one, even to just fall, but to also sustain injuries. Like I'm not saying that this didn't happen, but the
But
theories out there, oh
plastic
god.
surgery.
Yeah, the theories out there are that she got plastic surgery and kind of used that to cover it up, to not own up to it.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
I really wish with things like this we could know like the truth. Like sometimes, even though I don't want this to be true for me, I wish that we were entitled to know the truth about anything we want to know about whenever we want to know. Um, but as I was like re-researching it for the facts and stuff, I saw this picture of like that very clearly had like a scar up here.
Hmm.
So what I think I think she truly got hurt and had some stitches and whatnot. But I think on top of that, she also got like fillers.
Probably.
Like maybe her lip would like her lips are so full now compared to like older pictures. And like just I mean like they all of them do it. They tweak, they do Botox,
I
they get
know, and I
removed
don't
certain
understand why
things.
it's a big deal.
Right. Like
It's not.
even if she did do all that, make up an elaborate story because she had surgery, like there's obviously a reason that she felt the need to do that. Like just let her be, I feel like.
Hmm.
But I say as I'm commenting on it. But at the same time, like that's my theory about it. I feel like she had that actually happen to her, and then on top of that, like everyone does, just got some filler with it.
Yeah, I don't think you would lie about something as traumatic as that. But for people to be like, oh, well, she doesn't look the same, everybody beware, like she's
Yeah,
going to be disfigured.
that was a bit extra.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is.
But speaking of that, do you know about the whole Zac Efron jaw?
No,
Oh God. Okay, so this one is actually wild to me. So one, if you haven't seen him lately,
I haven't. Do I need to look them up?
look up Zac Efron like 2023 or anywhere 2020 and above. And while you do that, I'm gonna start talking.
Okay.
Allegedly, this happened in 2013, which is the part that doesn't make
Okay.
sense to me.
Yeah.
But so his story is that he was running through his house with socks on and he slipped and like fell into a granite fountain and broke his jaw, like shattered his jaw. And he said it was like a nearly fatal experience for him. Which again, I'm not
Mm.
taking away from that injury, whatever. But I want to say from like 2021 and up is when people started noticing a difference within his jaw. So he's saying like the physical therapy, like getting the muscles to work again, made them kind of do double time and just like, but if
Yeah.
this injury happened in 2013, why are we not seeing a difference until like 2020? Because I mean, you can see like from Troy in High School Musical to like Zac Efron in Baywatch. He's
Look
like
the
fuller,
same.
he's broader,
Yeah.
like a better jawline, but like to me, it wasn't drastic. Like I feel like that comes with like one, exercise, toning, and just like getting older in general. Like you become more defined, like you lose your baby face.
Hmm.
But then it's like, and because Baywatch was in what, like 2017, 2018 something, and he
Yeah.
still looked like himself.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden in 2021, he looks wildly different to me. So that also
He
brings the
does.
speculation like, was that some kind of surgery or even fillers? You know, guys are getting fillers now to make
Hmm.
their like this part seem more defined, I guess like angular or whatever. And again, I'm not saying that this injury didn't have an effect on him. I'm sure it did. That sounds absolutely terrifying. But why did the change not happen? If this
Then,
injury happened in 2020, 2013, yep, that's the one. And then yeah, like it's blowing my mind.
yeah.
I don't know. I
Hmm.
debated even talking about it because I feel bad. Like, I'm not commenting on like whether it's good or bad that it, like, the change. I'm just like, as a human, I'm noticing it's vastly different. And I'm curious if it truly is that, how does that happen so many years later that suddenly it's completely different?
Right.
So I don't know
Yeah.
about that one.
I don't
Did you
know.
look the picture up?
I did. He still looks good either way, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he looks completely fine. There's just something so different.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that.
Very interesting stuff.
But yeah, an injury from 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't know how it would have an impact now.
right.
But
And I
it
don't
says he
know
explained it in an article somewhere. I don't know.
what I saw is just the explanation of the
The
physical
accident.
therapy and stuff from the accident. But again, I don't know. I like as I'm saying this and like even looking it up, like I almost feel guilty like talking about this stuff because like what am I doing? I don't want it to seem like I'm talking about people's appearance, but I'm more like commenting on the discourse going through the general public
Yeah.
about what's been happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know,
I agree.
man.
It's what's happening right now, I guess. That's what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, definitely the Carrie Underwood thing got fired up again on my Twitter
That is so
feed.
crazy.
And it
On your
just
ex
reminded me
feed.
of Zac Efron. Yep, my ex feed. No big deal.
Sounds
I
like
don't,
pornography.
right? I don't think I'll ever call it that. Like it's been Twitter, it's Twitter. Sorry, Elon.
So what do you say? I exed you?
Right? Did you see my ex? Like, wait a minute, what do you mean? By the way,
What?
this might make it into the episode or not. You said you were going to Netherworld this weekend.
Yes.
I hope you didn't spend a lot of money on it.
Why?
It sucked last year.
Did it?
It did. I I'm not one, I'm not claiming that I go through haunted houses not scared. I scream. I get the heebie-jeebies when they're like following me and stuff. Like I react like a normal person. I'm not extra with it, but I react. Last year at Netherworld, I walked through like this the whole time. People would jump out and I was just like, "Oh, that's cool. Like that costume is cool." Like
I
it
usually
just
go,
didn't do
hi.
anything. I love that.
Hello.
It's okay, I should know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway for the sake of the podcast. Do you consider yourself a picky eater?
No.
Okay. So I found this list online of, I guess, foods that picky eaters probably wouldn't like.
Right.
And I thought if you have like your phone or something near you, what we can do, I'll read through the list and you give yourself a point for everyone that you would eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Here we go. Broccoli, asparagus, olives, lettuce, tomatoes. Am I going too fast?
Broccoli.
That
What
was
was
the
it?
first one.
Asparagus,
Olives,
olives,
lettuce,
lettuce, tomatoes.
tomatoes,
Okay.
mushrooms, onions, carrots, cauliflower, blue cheese, beans, rice, pickles, eggs, beets, eggplant, mayonnaise, cilantro, bologna, pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
No, liver,
No.
candy corn, tuna, Brussels sprouts, sushi, oysters, coffee, coconut, spinach, cottage cheese, ham,
I am.
oatmeal, grits, peeps, raisins, celery, steak, and sour cream. That was it's a little different than the list I feel that circulates social media, but
Yeah. Okay, I'm supposed to add mine up now.
yeah, I'll do the same. How
What's
many?
yours?
Mine's 13, which I'm a little, I mean, I know I made the list,
Kind of
but
surprised by you.
yeah, I think I've evolved a little bit as I've gotten older.
29.
Wow. That's impressive. I would love to be able to get like that and just like not say that everything is disgusting, but was
No,
broccoli on there?
I like broccoli.
Okay.
Olives, beets, liver. Hell no.
Right. No, no, no.
Celery, carrots, and tomatoes. I don't like.
You don't like, oh yeah, you don't like carrots.
Nope.
I've never had a beet, to be fair, or a
I
liver,
haven't either.
but I know I wouldn't like a liver. I would be willing to try a beet, but I haven't heard very good things about it. So,
My mom loves beets.
how do you eat them? You just bite into it like an apple?
I, I don't. She likes the pickled beets and they're sliced up,
Mm.
but they stain everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I heard that they use beet juice sometimes to
for like
see how
dyes.
fast, huh?
Oh, I was about to say dyes, but
Oh,
no,
that
go
as
ahead.
well. I've heard that as well, but to see how fast your digestive system is working, because it comes out red is what I've heard.
Oh,
Yeah, which is
interesting.
quite interesting.
Hmm,
But
okay,
yeah, I just thought that would be a fun little thing to do.
cute.
Anyway, I think it's time that we talk about the weekend that not only I've had, but you had a part of it as well.
I had a part of it, a small part.
And I think it's time to share, and maybe I should just start from the beginning.
You start from the
So
beginning.
basically, I just went on, I keep in my head saying lads on tour, lads on tour. I just went on like a 4-day tour, essentially.
You
Four
did.
shows, 4 nights, three different cities, two different states. Right? Did I get, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So the first show that I went to,
This is important.
this is important. So for you people that don't know, because you're uncultured, sorry, I didn't mean that.
Swine.
So the guys that created Workaholics, Adam Blake, Anders, and Kyle, have created a podcast together. It's been going for like 3 years, I think, like since 2020. I love it. I've never ever been a podcast person before. And by the way, it's called This Is Important. I'll have you know, I actively didn't listen to it for the first, at least first year of its life, because for some reason, from the title only, I thought these guys had switched gears and went to like, let's talk about war and politics. I literally thought it was about important
And
topics. But no,
it's
it's
not.
a lot of buttholes, a lot of cum, um, that kind of stuff, which I'm totally here for. Uh, but I don't know. It's just it's one of those things where everything kind of falls into place for me. I genuinely love each of their personalities, everything that they
Mhm.
have to say, the way they interact with each other. And yeah, I've never been a podcast girly, like a listener before them. And now I like re-listen to episodes of theirs that I've already heard. But anyway,
Really?
yeah, I love doing that. I actually thought about restarting it from the beginning and doing like semi-detailed notes and making a guide for when someone's looking for a specific thing that happened. Like for instance, the other day, I was looking for the episode where Blake talks about um being scared to go poop when he was little because he didn't want to miss whatever was happening. Like if he was playing with his friends, he didn't want to miss that. So he
Yeah.
would just wouldn't go poop.
That's ADHD right there. It is.
So I was trying to find that, and the descriptions don't tell you every single thing that's being spoken about. So it took me like an hour to find it. And I'm like, well, what if someone out there is like me? Plus, it gives me an excuse to like re-listen. And I just do like a little guide, like, if this is what you're looking for, this is the episode it's in. Just like
Hmm.
a more detailed thing. But that's totally off topic. I'm also am planning to do.
I can hear you still.
Oh, okay. I'm also planning to do like on TikTok a little series where it's essentially like tournament style. I'm gonna take the little wheel spinny thing and all so sorry. And all the episodes of Workaholics, and I'm gonna like randomly pit two against each other and pick which one I like best out of that. There's gonna be criteria to it. And then I'm gonna find like the ultimate episode. I thought that would be fun to do on TikTok.
So
Again,
this is
getting
like
off
March
topic.
Madness.
Yeah, but like Workaholics Madness. Um,
Okay.
but anyway, so the podcast, they're on tour right now. And essentially they're just on stage filming an episode of the podcast live. What just happened? It cascaded over the headphones. It low key looks so cool.
No, it doesn't.
That was really cool.
Not having a good hair day today. I didn't get to wash it.
I
Anyway,
feel
go
that, but
ahead.
that honestly, that looked so cool. If anyone is listening right now, go over to YouTube and see the hair flip. That was incredible. But yeah, so they're on stage together. It's a very cool setup. They have like a rug, a couch, end tables. It feels like a living room. And they're just recording an episode of the podcast. There's some audience interaction a little bit. And then I got the meet and greet package, obviously, because like how could I not? You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
um but yeah, so just some observations during, how do you say that word?
During,
During, okay. Anyway.
during.
During. So like during the actual show, I don't know why I feel the need to mention this. I actually might even cut it out, but during the actual show, I was like so focused on Blake. Like I feel like his humor is more like mine. I feel like I am him. He's my spirit animal. We are one. So like I was paying more attention to him, and then I noticed in the meet and greet, I was talking to Durs the most. And then Adam is just all around. He's like so personable and sweet and talkative, and he immediately makes you feel welcome. And then poor Kyle, I feel so sad because I just didn't get the chance to like talk to him the way that I wanted to because I feel like Kyle is so underrated. He's also a director, writer, producer. Like he's so underrated, and I have so much love for him. But the meet and greet happened so fast. Like there was probably 200 plus people in the meet and
Yeah.
greet line. And it's run by a company that's very much like, all right, get over here. You can hug them, take a picture, get out of here. Luckily, I feel like I got a couple extra seconds because the dude that was running it was like, "Oh my God, you have the best shirt that I've seen the whole time." And I'm like, "Thank you." And so he just kind of didn't rush me at first. Um, but yeah, I got really sad after I left. I was like, I feel so bad that I didn't really get to interact with Kyle that much. Um, but yeah, other than that, it was really good. And I reminded them about said video we talked about in the beginning, the Ode to Best Friends, and they all remembered. And that was
Which is so
really,
cool.
yeah, that was really fun for me. Like, I hope that they would since they all commented on it, but you never know if it's like someone running a celebrity social media account or whatever. You don't really know these days.
Yeah.
So the fact that they all remembered was really cool, and they were all so sweet. I'm obsessed with them. You know how they say don't meet your heroes?
Yeah.
That's not always right. And I would say that these guys are like my heroes because like my sense of humor came from them. When my brain was like still developing in high school, I was like watching Workaholics. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have that sense of humor because of them. And I have so much love, and it's not even like a fangirl thing at this point. It's like pure love and respect, and like I admire them as people, as comedians. It was just incredible. It was really good. And to loop this around to a full circle moment, the day that I met them was exactly 1 year from the day that they saw my video and commented on it.
That's weird.
That's a very weird thing, right? Very
Yeah.
weird. But yeah, overall, that was a 10 out of 10 experience. Even if you don't do meet and greets or maybe you just like don't listen to the podcast, if they come to your city, get a ticket. And if they come anywhere around here again, I'm definitely going. Honestly, if they only came to Atlanta, they didn't hit like any of the Carolinas, Florida, Tennessee, or
Uh-huh.
whatever. If they would have, I'd probably still be on the road right now. Like, let me go to as many of those as I can.
Because at least each one would be different. It wouldn't be the same thing.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true. I would buy meet and greets for all of them though and just be like, "What up? I'm back." Like,
I'd be like, geez, this girl.
so yeah, that was on Friday. Never gonna forget that. Got a really cute sweatshirt, but we'll do a merch tour later. Um, and then Saturday, and that was in Atlanta, by the way. And then Saturday was our big event in Savannah.
Woo.
What did we do?
We went to go see Sal Vulcano from
Yeah.
Impractical Jokers.
Love my
Yeah.
Sal pal. Sal pal.
Everybody
So,
loved my picture.
yes, as they
Yeah.
should. It's iconic. Like, what do you mean?
I just didn't know that
Um,
many people watched it.
No, same. I was shocked. Like people that have never ever liked a picture of mine liked
Yeah.
that one. And I'm like, this is the one? Like, but a little backstory. We had tickets to see Sal. He does not offer meet and greets. If he did, we would have snatched him up so fast. So about a week before we came down there, I actually had a dream where I like ended up in it looked like a Target book aisle. And he had popped up there and we had a conversation. I got to like talk to him and stuff. Okay, whatever. It's just a dream. I have dreams all the time. Who cares? And then, like, the few days leading up to it, I had this vision, like, real, like, not a That's So Raven vision, but like, I was envisioning meeting him, but in my like little daydream, it was always outside of the venue during the day before the show started.
Mm.
So, me and my mom drove down there during the day. Before we came to see you, we obviously rode around the venue, not knowing that there was hella festivals and voting going on around that area. So like the parking lot was packed. I thought it was going to be like a ghost town. Like we were going to pull in the parking lot, like in that little area,
Yeah.
pull into the parking lot and then just like no one would be around and we could circle the building a couple times and try to catch him. And like in this daydream, I had like all these things I was gonna say to him. I was gonna sing that he's bouncing off my booty cheeks. I was gonna sing that and then just hope that he like reciprocated and sang it back to me. Um, but yeah, I had like a like not like a specific way that it was going to go, but I was always envisioning like I'm gonna see him, I'm gonna get to talk to him, you know?
Yeah.
So do you wanna tell some of the story?
I'm good. I'll
Oh,
let you
okay.
tell
Okay.
it.
So obviously, we got ready and stuff, went to the venue, stood in the merch line. You got a cute shirt.
I did. I'm still mad that I didn't get the God Bless shirt.
I'm sure it's on his website.
It doesn't matter
It is a bit different when you have to factor in shipping and waiting for it and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really like you got the one with the ship, right? And the octopus.
Yeah.
It's very cute. I really like that one. Um, so yeah, we got our merch, got our snacks, sent down. What's up? You look like you have a thought.
We should have brought a Sharpie and had him sign our shit.
Why didn't we think of that? Well, I
I don't
guess
know.
because we didn't really know what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Um, and also like how they were selling the signed poster. I don't know if you saw that. It was just a picture of him. I thought
Yeah.
that was just kind of funny because like I don't want to buy something that's pre-signed. Like I would rather get a poster and then have you sign
Right.
it type thing. Also, it was funny to me because like most things it like has to do with the tour, most posters, and I'm pretty sure it's just a picture of him like which I would love, but I've been a very much a poster girly lately and I'm running out of wall space. But he had two openers which I didn't know about beforehand. One was Chris Johnston, I believe was his name.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
And
so.
then Adam Ray, who I didn't know his comedy previous to seeing him at Sal, but I knew of him. He's mentioned on the This Important. Can we have one episode where I just like talk like a normal person? No.
You talk like a normal person. That's fine.
Thank you. My record just skips sometimes. My cheese slides off my cracker. Um, but so Adam Ray, I've heard of him quite a lot. And so it was actually super exciting when he came out because I got to experience his comedy and he is like so funny. Like he definitely gained a fan in me. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he was.
Yeah. And then obviously like Sal, main event, 10 out of 10. I just love his energy and his sassiness and his sense of humor. I thought he was incredible. Um, so after the show, we pretty much go to the car, we're like putting our stuff down, and we decide we're gonna go walk to go find something to eat because we're in downtown Savannah. And we see this little crowd, little crowd, gathered by like the back door, like the artist entrance, I guess you would say. And so we're like, wait a minute, what's happening? And I don't know about for you. Like we waited before we knew anything was going on, probably a good 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So during that waiting time, I don't know exactly what was going on through your head, but I was thinking, because his car was parked like right there, I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna walk out, we're gonna see him go, thanks for coming, and then get in the car and leave.
Yeah.
Right? Did you kind of expect something similar?
I mean, I was shopping for clothes when we were
True.
waiting.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to earlier. You were shopping for clothes, and I'm like, I can't breathe right now. I don't know what? Like,
Like, we're just waiting.
and I'm
What do
like,
you mean?
but what if he comes out and my finger's not on the No, that sounds bad. What if he comes out and my camera's not ready to go? Oh my God. Somebody get me like a publicist right now. Anyway, so after waiting for a while, the openers, Chris and Adam come out and they kind of tell us like, hey, get in a single file line. We'll get like pictures, whatever. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, well, they're gonna take pictures with us and Sal's gonna leave. And even that was just cool in itself because like these people are really cool. Like we get to, talk to
Yeah.
them for a second and stuff. Like I'd be satisfied with that. Um, which they were also very nice too. Like Chris was complimenting like the sparkles on the dress, and
Yeah.
like I got to talk to Adam about doing a show with Anders and Adam Devine a
Right.
couple of days before that. So that would, and they were just really sweet, and like Adam, asked everyone's name before he spoke to us, and I thought that was awesome. Like people just don't do that these days.
Yeah.
And then we learned that Sal's coming out to take pictures with everyone, which first of all, like the biggest props to him because he did not have to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was a
Yeah.
good bit of people because, after we had passed back by him again and he was still out there meeting the people when we were going to get food. Like he totally did not have to do that. And I thought that was such a sweet thing for him to do, especially being a germaphobe. I don't know if I would have done the same. Like, I don't know if I want to interact with all these people if I don't have to. But so by the time we learned that Sal's about to come out and take pictures, my brain has exited through my ears. You guys are fine. It was you and my mom were fine. You were chilling. You were like, all right, we're gonna get a pig, like we're gonna see Sal, whatever. Every thought that I've ever had in my life disappeared. Do you know how many things I wanted to say to Sal? And do you know what I said? Can I give you a hug? You're
You're
fabulous.
fabulous.
Oh my God. First of all, I didn't realize he was approaching us when he was, so I was like dilly dallying on my phone trying to figure out the flash. So I felt like a jerk when he walked up and I was looking down at my phone and then I looked up and I'm like, "Oh my God, hi, I'm so sorry I got distracted." Cause like what the like what? What is happening? Um, but yeah, do you want to talk about your experience with it? And then I have something to add at the end of the
Okay.
South thing.
He was a very nice and personable guy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I it's funny that you get just so hype over like meeting celebrities and
I
everything. I
know.
think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because I think I told you there are maybe two people that I would totally freaking fangirl out over, and that's Jack White and Owen
Owen
Wilson.
Wilson.
And maybe like Ryan Gosling. I don't know. But
Oh, that'd be sick.
yeah, that'd be pretty sick. But like comedians and things like that, I'm just like, oh hey, cool. Like we get to meet them. That's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm not like, you know, whatever. I may fangirl out over Michael C. Hall if I end up doing the meet and greet because
Oh,
I love him
yeah.
so
I
much.
forgot about that. I mean,
But
hey.
I know that's off topic. But anyway, yeah, it was cool. It was a good experience, and you got a
Yeah.
really good picture of us, so I appreciate you for that.
I'm
Um,
so glad you think so, because when I tell you I was blacked out, for all I know, I could have been taking selfies and like I would have taken selfies of
that
myself
would
and
be
handed
so
them back and be like, here
terrible.
you go. Like I would have no knowledge. You don't understand how out of it I was. Um, but yeah, so I don't let me just say this. Hold on, I have something in my crack. I could feel it
You
was
better
like a
clarify for people listening on the audio.
in the I had something in the crack of my lip. It was like a piece of dead skin. We're not going to talk about it. It was not any other crack. Anyway, just like when I texted you on set the other day and I was like, I can't wait to come home and wash my holes, but it was just like my where my moles were removed.
Yeah.
I told my mom about that last night. She died. Anyway,
Need to wash my holes.
I want to take this moment to speak directly to Sal Vulcano because I know that he's listening. And this is my formal apology. And I'm apologizing because I had so many things that I wanted to say to you, Sal. And instead, I chose to say nothing, essentially. And what doesn't sit right with me is that he is so sweet. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of these people that are in the public eye, I mean, they get approached all the time, right? And not all of
Mhm.
these people are fans. Sometimes people just know them and they just want the opportunity or the
Right.
clout and be like, oh, cool, I got a picture with this person. And I feel like without that, like the conversation had the opportunity to happen. We weren't being rushed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could have had the conversation. My brain short circuited. And I wasn't even like starstruck. It was just like, I don't know. Like, this is gonna sound so weird, but after all the hours of Impractical Jokers and like everything, like he's my friend in my head. So like to
Right.
see him in real life, it's like, oh my God, this person's real. So I'm apologizing because I'm not just someone that knew who you were and just wanted a picture, just to have it. I'm truly a fan. I listen to the Hey Babe podcast. I listen to Taste Buds. Like I'm in it. I'm like an actual fan and I had things that I would have loved to speak to him about. And I've never short-circuited like that in my life. I don't know what happened to me. And I feel sad about it. And Sal, I'm sorry. And I'm really a fan. And if I ever get to see you again, I would love to have a real conversation and
I
not
think you should have just double dutched. But I do like he's either probably very introverted as a person
Yeah.
or he was tired after the show. So like I feel like you were fine.
Yeah.
Because if you were to start singing at him or doing something like that, I just feel like he would have been too tired to deal with.
I think that's another thing as well. I didn't want to be too much, but in keeping that back, I feel like I made myself not enough. Like I could have at least like, I don't know, commented about literally anything, but instead just like, can I have a hug? Like, but yeah, I totally get what you mean. I feel like double dutching or even asking him to double dutch, it's like, I just performed a whole show for you. Like maybe just let's tone it down a bit. But on that same note, like Sal, I'm actually a real fan and I really appreciate that moment. And I'm gonna cherish that picture forever. And we're gonna be friends one day.
Right? Love that.
So that was our Saturday. And it was I love that you and my mom got to be a part of it as well. Because I love sharing those experiences with people and now we like all have something to like look back on together. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm getting all like
Aw.
sentimental about it, but I think it's awesome and I'm really glad you decided to come. And then, so that we were in Savannah, went back to the hotel, went to sleep, woke up, headed to Nashville. What's going on in Nashville? I'll tell you what's going on in Nashville. The 1975 was going on in Nashville. There we go again with the South Carolina O's in my mouth. Anyway. So yeah, it was a lot happening in 4 days, but we got these 1975 tickets. I actually bought them when I was at your house, which I don't know, everything is kind of like a full circle moment if you look hard enough. Um, we got real like I got lucky getting really good seats right when they went on sale before those platinum prices kicked in. Ticketmaster, we have beef. We'll talk about that another day. Um, but yeah, so we had just enough time to get there. On the way there, we stopped at this restaurant called Toots. Horrible name for a restaurant. Good food though. But it was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I hope I'm
Yeah.
saying that right.
Yeah.
And here's another weird full circle moment. 11 years ago, on that exact day, I was in Murfreesboro seeing Colton Dixon singing at an event to the same day that I was eating in Murfreesboro. I don't know how these things are happening.
The
But yeah, so
universe.
the unit, right? Everything. Oh, don't even get me started on the universe. But so yeah, basically we had enough time to get there, get ready. We walked to the venue because we were like right by Bridgestone Arena, which nothing in this world beats walking to the venue because parking is not it, Ubering is not it. We walked. and it
I
was
know
like
because you
less
were
than a
only a
10-minute
couple
walk.
blocks. Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
was
awesome.
incredible. And yeah, the seats were fantastic because I saw the 1975 last November all the way up in the nosebleeds. I think I might have mentioned that before. And this time, like I could see them. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna be a little bold and say that that perhaps was the best show that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
Yep. And that's that I know that's a big statement because I've seen Taylor Swift and
that's
she's
saying a
like
lot.
my number one, but the energy, just all the components that you would want in a concert, including like crowd, came together and just made it absolutely perfect. Like allegedly they're gonna go on a little bit of a hiatus after this tour.
Really?
Um, but if you have the opportunity to see the 1975, you have to do it. Like I cannot recommend them enough. I love them. I got this cute they have like fundraisers kind of like charities or whatever that you can donate to for like raffles and stuff. I don't think I won. They were like raffling off a signed guitar, but
Oh.
I purchased this cute
Oh.
little 1975 cup and they provided us with water there, like free water. So that was fun.
Oh.
Oh my God. That was Sunday. S Saturday does
Monday.
not come after Sunday. Monday, we had another concert, but first, we woke up. Oh, also after the 1975 show, we had walked around downtown a little bit, and when we ended up back past the venue, we saw some buses outside. I thought I was gonna get to meet Maddie, but it was like just the crew, the cruise
Oh.
buses, which that's fine. That was cool, but I want to do like a bit of a call out. There was a big group of fans there, which is fine. Like they were being respectful. They were staying against the wall, just like observing what was going on. Except for this one girl in particular. I wish I took a picture or a video of her and to like dox her online, to be honest with you. But she walked up to the tour bus, okay?
Yeah.
Opened up the door. She opened the door to it was a cruise bus, but that's ridiculous. Like imagine this is your home while you're on the road.
Yeah.
And you've got a random girl opening it. She's peeking inside. She does it not once, but twice that I saw. She might have done it more when I turned around because I was like, that's honestly disgusting. That made me want to leave. Like I didn't want to even stand there anymore because I don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah.
It's one thing to stand at a distance respectfully and try to catch a glimpse of someone. It is another to touch their property, their home. She fucking opened the door, dude.
Yeah.
And then I guess some maybe there might have been like the driver in the bus or something because one of the crew members came out from the building and he was like doing the keypad on the door and she goes, "It's unlocked." And he turned around and he goes, "Not anymore," and walks inside. Like he had just come out to lock it because he caught wind of her like opening it. And I'm like, you are so stupid and disrespectful. Anyway, so Monday we woke up. We started to walk around downtown because concerts are obviously in the evening. We found this cute little diner that I don't even know the name of, but they had chicken and waffles, and that was really good. So
Mm.
we had
Yes.
that. But yeah, we basically just walked around during the day. Went back to get ready, did the whole Kiss Gene Simmons makeup. I don't know if I even mentioned the concert was Kiss. We were going to see Kiss.
Yeah.
Um, on the way back to our hotel before we got ready, we passed the venue and they actually had a merch table outside.
Oh.
So we just went ahead and got our merch there so we didn't have to worry about it before the show. And then yeah, we got ready. I don't know if I'll post pictures on the Instagram maybe of all the things, but yeah, so apparently, allegedly, this is Kiss's final tour. I don't know about that because they've had a couple final
Final
tours at
tours.
this
Yeah.
point. But I don't know, something about the way that Paul was talking to us seemed a bit definitive, like, yeah, we're not gonna be back. Um, but yeah, oh, also his son, Paul Stanley's son, is in a band called Amber Wild, and they opened for Kiss, and that was really cool to see.
Oh.
But as far as the show goes, Kiss, their whole thing is like, you wanted the best, you got the best, the hottest band in the world, Kiss. They live up to that, even like well into their 70s, I believe is what they are. They totally live up to that hype.
Really?
The crowd is not worth a crap. I'm
Really?
sorry. I'm not trying to be a hater. I know most of them are old. It was like I wanted to cry like for a kiss. Like they're putting their everything, like full energy, incredible. And like even just like if Paul's like, all right, clap, and then you look out to the floor and everyone's just like, do something. Do something. And then the amount of people that started sitting down, the girl in front of us sat down and was looking at wedding dresses on her phone while they're performing on stage. It's appalling. Like I feel like me and my mom and Jalen were the only three people dancing.
Hmm.
It really made me mad. But Kiss brought the energy. They put on an incredible show. And yeah, if that truly is the last time that they're touring, I feel like super lucky to have been able to see it
Is that your
because
first time seeing them, or have you seen them before?
it's my second being born. I
I
also
know.
saw them once in my mom's stomach.
I remember that.
But I went one time in middle school, which I don't have much of a memory of, but I was there. Buck Cherry opened for them then, and
Oh,
my
really?
brother was covering my ears and my mom was covering my eyes or something when he got a little intense on stage. Um, but of course, they all have their like personalities, Kiss, and like Gene Simmons is the demon,
Mhm.
which brought up it like pulled the deepest memory out of me. So, he does like the whole blood thing where he like spits blood in his tongue and all that. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that made me realize that one, I've been obsessed with blood for as long as I can remember. Two, got a weird fascination with like satanic imagery, demons, that kind of thing. It all goes back to Gene Simmons. Not that there's any satanic imagery involved with him, but he's literally called the demon. And from like one of my earliest memories has to be seeing him just like spewing blood everywhere. I love it. I live for it. And he literally shaped the way my brain was formed. And that's nuts to me. I was
Huh.
living when he did his little part in that, like he was out there, whatever. I was like, I was locked in. It was just like it was like church or something for me. I don't know. But yeah, overall, I that was probably the most incredible 4-day run. And I want to give a special shout out to my mom
Yeah, she's a
because
trooper.
she is a trooper, and none of it would have been possible without her. Not the shows, the traveling, the hotels, the fun. She did all the driving. I offered to drive. Nope, she did all the driving. And yeah, I feel like I don't say it enough, but I'm like really grateful for her and the memories. It's not just that she's doing things for me. Like I'm gonna cherish these memories forever. And yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
But yeah, that was the weekend update. Call me Seth Meyers.
I was about to say. Oh,
I figured to round out this episode, um, we could end it with some real life spooky stories or weird things that have happened to us in honor of spooky season.
okay. You go
Do you?
first.
Oh, okay. I have a couple of just like short little things. So in elementary school, I want to say I went through this phase and I cannot tell you, I don't really like, I've never been one that felt comfortable lying. So I don't think I was lying in doing this. I think I genuinely believed it and it could have been real. I don't know. But I went through this phase where I would make my mom take me to graveyards and I would touch the graves and close my eyes and describe who was in it. And that sounds a bit ridiculous because like how do you fact check that? But my mom took me to, I want to say it was her grandparents' grave, and I did it. And she was a little bit scared because she showed me a picture afterwards and I described it pretty spot on. I haven't tried it since then. And I don't know that I could because I feel like, it's something you have to hone in on and like practice. And I didn't. But in my heart of hearts, I genuinely believe I was seeing these people, like envisioning what they looked like. So I don't know. That's iffy. And I feel like no one's going to believe that. But that was like the first thing that I thought
Huh.
of. Um, so either last year or the year before, I went through a bit of a phase and like an abandoned building phase. And I went to this abandoned, there's an abandoned asylum in Milledgeville, but I think what might be lesser
Yes.
known is that off to the side of it, there's an abandoned prison. And that one's actually
Oh.
accessible. The asylum's not because of all the security and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it is, but I'm not going to try that. But I went to the abandoned prism? The abandoned prison right beside it, and it was spooky. It was at night. I'm more scared of like homeless people, like, or even like killers, I don't know, that lurk there and wait for people stupid enough to come. So that was like, that was scary for me. But what really got me is when we went up to about the seventh or eighth floor, it's
You were
like the
going
area.
upstairs and stuff?
Oh, we went all the way to the roof, honey. But particularly stopping and I actually might have been like dorm 7/8 because it was one floor. And you could see like the cells and the bathroom and stuff. Stood up there, waited for a second, and I just had like I don't even know how to describe it. Some feeling came over me that it was unsettling and it was like, no, you can't stop here. Go, 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 go. I didn't see anything, I didn't hear anything. It was just a feeling. I guess it's like Ghost Adventures type thing when they're like when they feel it.
I feel this energy.
But it was like it was jarring. And I've never felt that before. And but it told me to leave and I left and I'm okay. Thank the Lord. But in saying that, like not even spirits, but I had no business doing any of the things I was doing in these abandoned places. Not that I was doing weird things, but just going to the abandoned places.
Yeah.
I went to an abandoned football stadium in Atlanta. I literally could have gotten killed. I literally could have gotten killed. And I went twice or arrested. But yeah. That one's not creepy, but the prison was giving me God bless.
Uh-oh.
Are
Sorry.
you all right?
Yeah.
Um, and the last thing, I'm sure that I will come up with more later in life to share with you guys, but right now this is fresh on my mind. So last night, sorry, the night before last, sorry, yesterday morning, I woke up to a sound. You see my drawers behind me.
Hmm.
I heard it like someone was slowly closing it because they make us, it's like on the roller thing, so you can hear
Yeah.
them close. I heard that. And I sat up in bed and I looked to my door that's by the bathroom and the door was wide open. I sleep with my doors closed. So I thought like, oh, my mom's in here, you know? Like it,
Yeah.
it, it felt like maybe my mom was in here. I don't know what she would be doing in my drawers, but I thought nothing of it and it woke me up really like 6 something in the morning yesterday and I'm like, okay, it's just her, whatever. So then I got up to pee and she left for work. We didn't interact that morning. And then I've just been up all day yesterday. When I talked to her about it when she got home, she was not in here, honey. And she doesn't play. She doesn't, like we're very straight up with each other. She was not in my room. She was not in my drawers. And so I'm like, I have a lot of dreams, but that felt real. Like I remember waking up, sitting up, and hearing the drawer and being like, oh, okay, it's just her. And so I laid back down, but I didn't go to sleep. I
Yeah.
mean, it had to be a dream. That's, I guess, the only explanation, or something was in here.
Ooh.
Ooh. But do you have any interesting
I
stories?
have one that was like legit pretty scary.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Okay. So there's this road in Rutledge, called Double Bridges Road. And
You might have unlocked something for me, but go ahead.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm
Okay.
thinking of the same place, but I do have another story after this.
Oh, the trestle. I love the trestle so
Oh,
much.
in Covington?
Yeah. Anyway, but so we went to Double Bridges Road, and I'm gonna tell the story very, very badly on like the backstory as to what's happening or
Okay.
why it's so scary. But I guess this woman got dragged by some horses in a carriage, like back in the day. Anyway,
Oh no.
so legend is that you're supposed to go to the bridge, park, flash your lights 3 times, and turn the car off.
Mm-mm. And then what
So
happens? You see her?
this, I don't know, but we did that, and it was me, it was my best friend Katie, and her now husband Jeff. We were all together, and me and Katie were in the back seat. Jeff and his friend, who shall not be named, is in the front seat. And all of a sudden we look at each, because at first we realized like, okay, something is a little bit weird, and we're all looking. We're like, are we moving backwards?
Uh-uh.
We were moving backwards, and it was very, very slow. So like at first we were all like, nobody said anything because it's like, okay, no, my mind just playing tricks on me. No, no, no. It was moving backwards. I think we moved backwards probably about 10 feet.
Stop it.
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
I don't know. It was
So what
scary.
did you do when you all realized? Did you like book it out of there?
Yeah.
Start the
Yeah.
car and just gas it? Because
Yeah.
like don't stick around.
No.
That is bizarre. I hate that so much. I hate it. I really do. What it reminded me of, it might be the same bridge. I couldn't tell you where I was. I know it was in Georgia. It was some haunted bridge. It wasn't the one in Covington. Um, but I was with my old
Carl.
roommate Carl and his cousin and another irrelevant figure was there as well. Um, but we went to this bridge and like what's supposed to happen is like the wind like they it messes with your electrical on your car essentially. So
Oh.
Carl and his cousin are up front, I'm in the back, and as we're driving, we go back and forth across this bridge. I don't think we stop, but we're driving across it quite a few
Mm-hmm.
times. And all of a sudden, the window on my side in the back rolls down, and Carl swears on everything. Like, I mean, I guess to this day, I don't know. I haven't talked to him in years. Swears that he had absolutely nothing to do. Like, his hands were on the wheel. He didn't touch my window. So I don't know, but like, it could have gone either way, but I don't know why he would lie about that for so many years. Maybe he's getting me back though, because one time I did convince him the night before my birthday that he got so wasted off of White Claws that he agreed to drive me to Atlanta for the day, and he never did. And then when I told him after that, he was very mad that I tricked him. Maybe that was payback. Either way, it was creepy to think that something had rolled, particularly my window down.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to jump up front and sit in y'all's laps. Like that
Right.
is not I love the thrill of it, but it's so scary. But I can't imagine what you went through, like actually moving backwards.
Um, and then one time when I was working at Laughing Moon, which is a little old boutique in Madison,
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't know, 14, 15, 16, somewhere around there. And it's haunted. That
Is
place is
it?
haunted. Yes, it's very old.
Wow, I
And
didn't know.
one day, all of a sudden, a cookbook came flying like across the room. No joke. There was nobody in there. It was just me.
Stop it.
No.
No. Mm-mm. I do not like that. I'm telling you right now, I don't like that.
And it was in the middle of the day at work. So I'm just like,
No. No, no, no. That reminds me, I went ghost hunting. By the way, the ghost tours and like Savannah, Charleston, all that, ridiculously touristy. It's very annoying.
mm-hmm.
I went on one in Williamsburg, Virginia,
Yeah.
in like the colonial section
Ooh.
of the world. That was very cool. Again, I should have like referenced the video before we started recording to remember what it said, but I'll actually post it on the Instagram. But they did the thing where they have, God bless. But so they did the thing where, they kind of unscrew the flashlight so like a little like a hairpin trigger could
Yeah.
make it come back on. So they did that and set it on the fence, and dude was standing beside me. I was recording the flashlight, and like he asked it something. I don't know if he asked if someone was here, whatever. But the spirits knew like use your energy to turn it on to
Mm-hmm.
communicate. And it went on. And like I just had chills in that moment. Like
Ooh.
I definitely felt something around that Williamsburg area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to post the video because I'm stupid and I don't remember exactly what they say in it, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Huh. Nice.
We love haunted things.
Mhm.
Okay, are you down for this? I say before I even ask what's going on. Um,
Yes.
I want to stay in a haunted hotel in like a haunted room for a night.
I know, right? Where do
Would
we
you do
find one of
that with
those?
me?
Yeah, I
Well,
would.
they have some there in Savannah.
Oh, like Marshall House?
Sure. I don't know. I don't know what they're called. I just know they have
Eh,
some. Or like I feel like Charleston would have some too because they do ghost tours.
I would rather stay in a hotel that's not here.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
that
go
makes sense for
somewhere.
you. Yeah. So let's do some research and plan it as maybe like a after Christmas
That'd be fun.
getaway or something. I don't know. We could,
Birthday. I'll be turning the 30.
yeah. Whoop whoop. That was me doing 30, but 20 just popped up and now I'm just doing that. So, um, that would be really fun though. But yeah, if you guys listening have any spooky stories, we have to know. Any spooky stories or
Yeah.
Halloween costumes. I'm interested in that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we texted about this.
What?
Do you think I look related to Anders? Like, actually?
Maybe a little bit.
Because that picture, when I was beside him, the more I'm looking at it, I'm like, brother? And I just recently found out I'm in like a fan group on Facebook. You know how the fans make groups to join for
Yeah.
the podcast. No involvement with the guys. It's literally a fan thing. Anders' brother Eric is in there randomly. He posted the other day and I like commented on his thing, but I don't know if it's weird, but I was thinking about posting the picture of me beside Anders, like just cropped to that. And then like tagging Eric since we're in the same group and being like, can I be an honorary home sibling? But I don't want to be weird. Should I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we look enough alike in that picture.
Yep.
I'll update if I get a response if I decide to do it. But yeah, so that has been our eventful weekend, I guess. Got a little bit of spookiness in there. Not in the weekend, but in the episode that we just now did.
Hey,
But yeah, do you have anything else to add for
I
us?
don't have anything to add.
I have something to add.
Yeah.
We started doing PSAs and Song of the Week, and we did it like twice and then completely
And
forgot
then we
to ever do it
forgot.
again. Completely forgot.
What's your song of the week?
Um, I think my Song of the Week is gonna be Penthouse by Kelsey Ballerini. I don't know why something about like the cadence of the way that she sings the chorus has been getting stuck in my head. Not even necessarily the material of it, like the lyrics and stuff,
Hmm.
just the way she sings it. So that's my song of the week.
PSA.
PSA.
Take care of yourselves and each other.
Oh, that's a cute PSA.
There we go.
I would like to reiterate and reiterate and reiterate and reiterate. And I really like saying that word, but I want to reiterate my apology to Sal for being weird. Love you.
You weren't weird.
And
It's
I would
fine.
like to reiterate apology to Kyle Newacek for not paying enough attention to you. And I wish that I did. And it wasn't you, it was the excitement of it all. God bless.
Thank you. Um, okay. Is that it?
I think so. Keep up with those 5-star ratings. If there's anything you want to
Yeah.
hear from us, let us know. We're open to trying all kinds of things.
True.
Um, Subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Instagram, the TikTok. I've been trying to do better starting this week, keeping up with consistently posting things to engage people. So we'll see how that goes. That's my goal
Yay.
for November, with it being a slower month for me so far,
You
to
work so hard
really.
on this thing. Like, I just don't understand how you do it.
Oh, thanks.
But
Well, I want to do more, so trying to figure that out. Do you have anything else to add?
no.
Okay. Ready?
Bye.